Hello everyone, what you see here is the Shadow of Dexl footage that I've never shown before. This is before I started the Unity project. This is the 2014 remake where I took it. The original Shadow of Dexl that I was showing before was made in Game Maker 8, and this one is made in Game Maker Studio, and I rewrote the game from scratch with 100% scripting, no drag and drop. This game was much more optimized. It just controls a lot better. As you can see, it has health and stamina, and when you roll, it uses your stamina. This is for dodging and stuff. It's helpful for not getting hit by bosses. I'm not sure if that's going to be how that is right now. It might get replaced by a dash. You can swing your sword in whatever direction you feel like. Some are better than others. The main reason I'm showing this is because I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that I'm starting with the bad news. The bad news, that isn't the good news. The bad news is the Unity version is cancelled. I'm officially just going to cancel it. I liked the idea. I liked making it. The 3D models were cool to work with, but it was more of a... It felt more like a gimmick to me at the time. Basically, everything to do in Unity was way more work than I could personally handle. That sounds kind of weird. It's more like I could do what I wanted, but I just kept getting stuck, and it just became really stressful, and basically I wouldn't have been able to make the game the way I wanted it to be made because in a reasonable amount of time. But I actually really prefer Game Maker, so the bad news is there's not going to be a three-dimensional 3D platformer Shadow of Dexl. Also, it didn't fit my vision of the game anymore. The good news is that I'm going to keep working on it back to basics. As you can see, it's nighttime now. I'm going back to basics. I'm going to be working on the good old-fashioned Shadow of Dexl, and also remaking Level Up. I'm going to change the name of Level Up to something less generic, but this is actually the never-before-seen footage. I actually have a good foundation started of this game. It's actually coded very nicely, very well described. I wrote little notes next to everything, so I knew what everything was and how everything worked, so it's perfect. So the good news is the game is not going to be gone, and it's kind of a good bad or bad good or whatever, depending on if you preferred the 3D version to the 2D version. I've actually always had a soft spot for the 2D version. The 3D version is just this like, oh, I can make 3D games now, and what should I make? Let's turn Shadow of Dexl 3D. That was my thing. And then I was like, what am I doing? I lost all of my ideas when I did that. So this game's going to be back in full force. Along with some other games, I do want to kind of make like a farming game and Level Up and all this other stuff. I guess this can be a development blog. You can destroy the bushes. I know I'm not really doing much in the game. There isn't really all that much to do. I originally didn't... The reason you didn't see this game was because I didn't want to show it off until it was caught up with the original Shadow of Dexl version. And then I went off tangent on the 3D thing, and I was like, oh, I should probably show this to people and bring it back. That's what I think I'm going to do. So, I've kind of been rambling, but pretty much what I'm saying is the Unity version just wouldn't have been able to happen. Unity is very hard to do with just one person, a big game like that, where I had to do the 3D modeling and the texturing and the music and the graphics and the gameplay and the scripting was super complicated. I spent a lot of time learning it, but as soon as I went to go do something on my own that I couldn't find a guide for, I couldn't do it. With Game Maker, I can figure it out, so I can make my idea come to life. So thank you all for watching. Sorry if you liked the 3D one, but good for you if you liked the 2D one. Leave a rating down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm sorry I'm so fickle. It's always like, I'm remaking this, redoing this, but if you don't do it right, then you shouldn't do it at all, kind of thing. I want to take the Nintendo quote from Nintendo, where is a delayed game, a rushed game is forever bad, and a delayed game is eventually good. Unless you patch it. But, darn it, Nintendo. Anyways, basically, I want to make this game the way I want it to be made, even if I have to remake it 100 times. A lot of games go through this process, but people don't show it off. I'm rambling. Leave ratings and comments. I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching.